Hi, today I'm here with Andrew Weitz, style consultant here in Los Angeles and all over. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Tara.
Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
I'm thrilled to be in LA, obviously.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be? But also, I'm just really excited to talk to you. I have a lot of clients who are males and females, but I would really like to get your perspective on the male styling
Sure.
business and strategist.
I have a styling consulting firm called the Weitz Effect. I started 7 years ago, and it's a firm where we help men and women who work in fields where their professional image has a direct impact on their success. And through style, we help build confidence, business networks, personal relationships, income, career advancement, you name it. But most importantly, what we do is we impact the bottom line.
So I think it's important for people, especially men, to know that, there are stylists out there like you who not only help styling but help their image in total.
Yeah.
So the question is, what's your process?
The process to work with men is pretty simple. First, you have to be willing as a client, you have to be willing to invest in this. Invest in yourself, invest in your wardrobe, invest in your time, because if you're not interested in wanting to better yourself through style, it's never going to work. So the clients I work with, it's been so successful is because they actually are investing in it. And when I talk about some of these clients, when I'm thinking about them, it's kind of crazy that you look at, if you knew who they were, you'd be like, wow, if they can do it, that means you could do it. I'll give you a great example. There was a client who, great guy, high-level executive. It was so difficult to deal with him, right? With getting an answer. And I never forget, his assistant called me to cancel. I said, listen, do me a favor. Just tell him, if Barack Obama can do it, I think he can figure it out. And the guy was like silent on the phone, and he's like, okay, and hung up. And my assistant was next to me, and she goes, you work with Barack Obama? I go, no, but the point is, Barack Obama would probably make some time. So, and from that moment on, the guy was like, I'm in, and it was great. But, the process can be daunting for a lot of guys, but it's really easy. I have a consultation with them. I hear what their complaints are, how I can help them, what their goals, their needs are, and I offer specific programs, so whichever program is best for them, that's what I put them into, and we get it done. And I would say 9 out of 10 times every client has come back, whether it's been on a retaining basis, whether it's been on a quarterly basis, seasonal basis, or maybe once every couple of years. As a talent agent, when I would sit in these rooms and we go through the films that we're going to be casting or what have you, I'll never forget, we'd be sitting there and talking about a film that was going to be shot and released like 3.5, 4 years later, but they're going to start casting next year. I'm thinking to myself, I'm trying to get through this year, and God, that's so far from now. But when you were in it and going to these meetings, it was like, oh my God, that time's here. So when I left, I thought this would kind of be slow as well, and it's not. It moves so quickly. Being in the style fashion world, the seasons change so quickly, lots of sales, and you realize that a client calls, you work with them, you don't see them for like a year, maybe 2, and then they call you and say, hey, it's time for a refresh, or I need to up my game. It's like no time has passed, and you realize, well, it's been 2 years. It's
Right.
crazy.
But
the process is fun. I make it so much fun, no matter how much you hate shopping, no matter how much you don't know anything about style, how to mix and match. I make it fun, and I educate you. And now I have certain clients that are telling me what to do.
So you were in the entertainment business. Is that how you have collected such an array
Yeah.
of personality to dress?
Yes, I think being in the entertainment business, the position I was in, the relationships I had, that definitely got me to a place a lot quicker than had that not been the case. And I actually use all my tools in that toolbox from then now, which has benefited me greatly.
There's other things you do. You have a club. Can you talk to us about what the club is?
Yeah, it's called actually The Club. It is something I created last year when the pandemic hit. It's something I've been wanting to do, but the pandemic really helped push me to pivot because no one was going shopping. And what I've always wanted to do was, it's really hard to scale a business when it's a personal service. I think you know that. And people want you. People want your services, especially when your name is on the building. But I can't help everybody. And also, there are people who have different budgets and different needs that sometimes aren't right for me. So I was trying to figure out, how do I reach out to everybody? And when the pandemic hit and I was in my bedroom and I'm working out, watching my trainer doing a Zoom, I was like, you know what? This is what I need to be doing. So I created the club, and it's an exclusive virtual membership, and it's getting a piece of me. And we do live workshops once a month. You have access to me. We have a lot of fun. I make it very entertaining. We talk about specific themes, topics, how to style something, why you should wear this, is this good for work, this is great for working from home, your Zoom calls, why it's important. You get all the information throughout the year in these live workshops. And there's now going to be so much more content. So season 1 is already over. We did 24 episodes, and it was great. Had a great turnout. Now I'm about to open the doors again in mid-July with a lot more content and a lot more exciting things. There's offers and incentives and savings and great guests. It's pretty cool.
I think it sounds amazing, especially because, I think a lot of people are ready to shop. And especially when fall comes, I know it's going to hit the ground running, because people are ready for fresh, new clothing.
Yeah, a great example, my brother called me 2 days ago. He FaceTimed me, and he's away, and someone next to him who I used to work with, I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, he goes, so is business good? I go, yeah, it's unbelievable right now. He goes, what are people doing? And my brother looks at him, he goes, dude, people are going back to the real world. Like, they don't want to wear their old stuff. It's like a refresh. And he's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, that's something you should really take note. Oh, and by the way, why don't you join the club? So he just signed up. I thought it was really funny, but that is the truth. The summer is, I knew would pick up. There's no question about that. But it really is going to be after Labor Day. People need to start thinking about this now, because the world has opened up, or at least the United States has opened up. And people are going back to work. People are expected to go back to work. And here's the most frequently asked question. What do I wear? I'm not wearing a suit. What is appropriate? What do I wear? And that's when they need to look, to us.
Yeah.
And I think a lot more guys who would never have done that are starting to open up and do it.
Yeah.
And if you have the means to do it, there's nothing better than having somebody be able to guide you, so you don't have to think. It's not a time suck. How many times have you seen from clients, female and male, purchase things that don't fit, purchase things that have tags on them that still are in the closet because they didn't know what to do with it, and purchase things that literally they're like, oh, I thought this was cool, but I'm going to be viewed in a negative way probably, so I'm not going to wear it, and that's the end of it.
But I've always admired your style. I know we've run cross paths a couple times, and I personally love your style, and that's why I really also wanted to speak to you, because I do understand, and I see who you dress, and it's so right on, and it's exactly how I would want them to dress too, and so it's really exciting.
Yeah, listen, the bottom line is I don't try to make anybody somebody else, and my real goal is to enhance who they are, enhance what they're already wearing.
Elevate.
Elevate it and just make it better, right? If you're the guy, which is all of you, have all these plaid shirts in your closet, right? Well, we gotta get rid of a lot of those, keep some of them, but if you really look great in those kind of shirts, then let's elevate those shirts and not, stick with the ones you currently have. And then how do you mix and match, and how do you make it better? And that's what I do, and that's why I think it's been so successful, because I take you out of your comfort zone, but I don't push you into some other world. Like what you see, for guys, we're creatures of habit. So when we hear fashion, it's terrible. That's a dirty word. Style, it's like I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what my style is. You look at the red carpet, you're like, I would never wear that. Half the stuff, if not most of the stuff for men, you're not wearing anywhere, right? Unless it's a suit of some sort. So I try and give a Weitz Effect flavor. It is very complimentary when people go, and I hear these stories all the time, you must work with the Weitz Effect. Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes it's no. And the no is because they know how to do it, or they have been inspired by my Instagram, by me, by knowing me, and they've taken notes and they do it themselves. So that's really a big compliment. But I love giving a little of the Weitz effect to these guys. Some are a little, a little scared, shy to try it. Like, oh, you can pull it off, I can't. And that's where you're all wrong. I will never put somebody in something I don't think they can pull off.
Right. And it's a trust thing too, and it's also opening yourself up. I think with women, female clients, it's the same. Sometimes they'll say, "I'm not built like you," but it's not about me; it's about them, right?
Yeah, it is. And listen, we all come in different shapes and sizes. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's a challenge, but you can figure it out. It's called tailoring, and it's called custom. And if you have a professional who's guiding you and you're willing to invest in the wardrobe, invest in the services, invest in yourself, then we can make it happen.
And I also think what is helpful when you work with us is you don't have to think about the outfits. We could set you up for 7 days straight where you literally can take pictures, a lookbook, and have everything just there. So it's a no-brainer. It's there. You could travel, pack it up, do whatever.
Yeah, I think it's all, the level of service you want. We provide it, you provide it. I use a specific app that is your closet and has your closet stats and has looks in it, and you can just go and go, I'm gonna wear that today.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We make it easy.
Yeah.
It's really good to work with us.
My wife always says, couldn't you do that for me? I'm like, I have to charge you.
Well, thank you, Andrew. Thank you for being here today. And how do people reach you? How do they find you?
You can find me on my website, theweitzeffect.com. You can find me on Instagram @theweitzeffect, and you can email me, and you can get my information off the website, or you can hit up Tara. I'm very accessible. I really want to help as many people as possible, but I am one person, so that's why I always say join the club. You get a piece of it no matter what.
You should definitely join the club and follow Andrew on Instagram if you don't, because I actually love your content. I really do. And I don't say that to a lot of people because I'm picky. So reach out to him if you're interested. And so thank you, Andrew.
Thanks, Tara, for having me, and thanks for coming to LA. And I look forward to hanging out with you.
All right.